All right, hey guys, Ryan Scott here. Hoping this video finds you everybody well, and I know things are starting to open back up a bit in the States. Things are starting to open up a little bit here in Rome too, and for that I started to walk around a bit tonight, and I'm walking around and I'm looking at these beautiful old buildings. Rome, as you know, is a very ancient city. People have been living here in Rome for thousands of years, for hundreds and hundreds of years before Jesus was born even. As I talked about last time, Paul came here. And that kind of got me thinking too, when I'm looking at some of these buildings that you can see some of the ruins behind me, that it just got me thinking about another Bible verse I wanted to share. So Paul, in one of his trips, he took lots and lots of trips and preached the gospel to many, many people all over the Roman Empire. And one of those trips was to Athens. So I want to read tonight a little verse from there and tell you what I think about it.
Paul then stood up in the meeting of the Areopagus and said, "People of Athens, I see that in every way you are very religious, for as I walked around and looked carefully at your objects of worship, I even found an altar with this inscription, 'To an unknown God.' So you are ignorant of the very thing you worship. And this is what I'm going to proclaim to you. The God who made the world and everything in it is the Lord of heaven and earth, and does not live in temples built by human hands, and he is not served by human hands as if he needed anything. Rather, he himself gives everyone life and breath and everything else. From one man he made all the nations, that they should inhabit the whole earth, and he marked out their appointed times in history and the boundaries of their lands. God did this so that they would seek him and perhaps reach out for him and find him, though he is not far from any one of us. For in him we live and move and have our being, as some of your own poets have said, we are his offspring. Therefore, since we are God's offspring, we should not think that the divine being is like gold or silver or stone, an image made by human design and skill. In the past, God overlooked such ignorance, but now he commands all people everywhere to repent. For he has set a day when he will judge the world with justice by the man he has appointed. He has given proof to this to everyone by raising him from the dead."
So in that verse, Paul tells people, God doesn't live in a temple. He's not in a house made by human hands. He's part of everything. He lives in us. He's given us the gift to have his spirit live inside of us. And that got me thinking during this lockdown, and we can't go to church. I did a Bible study tonight on Zoom with my brothers and sisters here in Italy, and we really miss each other. And I know you guys probably been having a hard time too. You can't go to school. You can't meet at the church building. But I hope you've gotten to feel during that time that God is still there. He doesn't live in that building. It's great to have that building. We love having the church building to go and meet and sing songs and listen to Harley and the kitchen. And we gotta love the kitchen, right? And the food and get to play in the gym. That's great when we have that building. We can be a family together. But that's not. God will be there when we go back. When we all go back together, God will be there with us. But in the meantime, while we're all spread apart, he's still with us. And I hope you've gotten to feel that and to know that and see evidence of that during this time. That even though we're far apart and even though we're not at that building, that you've been able to experience the peace of God, and that you've been able to experience, like Paul said, in him we live and move and have our being, which means everywhere. That's what I wanted to share tonight, and I wish you guys all the best, praying for you all the time, and Lord willing, we'll see you soon.